What's happening, YouTube? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Now, I am still working on the finishing touches on the Ubisoft, Nintendo, Bethesda conferences and EA conferences. But I had to bring this video in real quick to talk about a subject that just came out of nowhere yesterday. And it seems like it's starting to get a lot of steam, pun the word, that PlayStation fanboys or fanatics are using as one of their talking points. Look, you know what? I know that I may sound objective, right? Because I go after the PlayStation 4. But let me just be clear about my stance on that. Jack Tretton was a beast, and probably to me was one of the best CEOs in gaming history. He made the PlayStation for what it was. He was an absolute beast. He was a genius. He just overwhelmed you with games. Ugly game, pretty game, fun game, stupid game, Japanese game, American game. Does not matter what kind of game, but it was a game. All that content, everything that they tried to do, I give a lot of props to Jack Tretton. And once Jack Tretton stepped away, a part of Sony left. A part of PlayStation left, I should say, not Sony. And then Sony and Yoshida took over. And the PlayStation 4 is nothing as like its predecessors. They have a terrible game count. You look at all the other consoles that came before it, the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, they have way more content at this point in their lifespans than right now that the PlayStation 4 does. You can even count the indies and it's still going to be far less. That's just not the PlayStation way. PlayStation gave you so much content all the time. That's what they were known for. And they would do this spiel with the innovating with the Blu-ray player and this and then, the DVD drive and the disc. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation was doing it, but that was because Jack Tretton was ahead. Yoshida's not doing anything like this, and that's why I knock him. That's why I knock him. It's not because I hate PlayStation or that I say nobody should buy a PlayStation 4 or should never play it or nothing. I never say anything like that. Only thing I say is that they just have to do better by their fan base, by their customers. And of course, there's going to be loyalty and people that have super preferences for the PlayStation, and that's absolutely fine. But when it gets to a point to where the other company is having a great week, having a great moment, why is it that you guys want to take the shine away? Desperation is one. Because now you have the best-selling console, and you see that now that you have all the talking points that were not mainly focused on what every gamer should be talking about, which is about games, about the developers, about delays, about, if the game is broken, things like that. Everything else was talked about, from the power to the resolution to things that normal console gamers don't ever talk about. This is where it really cracks me up, because when a PlayStation person brings up the word teraflop, or they bring up the word resolution or CPU or DDR5, I laugh my ass off, because I know 60 to 70% of them don't have a gaming PC to even talk about that. So they're just reading the article and they think they know what they're talking about. They sound like a damn fool. That's a fact. I've just now recently gotten into PC gaming. I've been doing it ever since February. But this talk of Microsoft not having their exclusives, or they're losing their exclusives to PC, is absolutely silly. It makes no sense. PC means personal computer, and I've never heard of a personal computer owning any gaming IPs. I never heard of a personal computer having exclusives. Now, do the computer itself have exclusive games, kind of like Rome and Dota, games like that are played on the PC? Yeah, they do. But it's the companies that own those games. It's not anything to do with PC. People want to bring up Steam. Steam is not going to allow that. They're going to take the games away from Steam. Is an app, guys. We understand that Valve owns Steam, and Valve is a game creator, but they're not making any consoles. They tried to do the thing with the Steam machines. It failed. So why not give Microsoft a chance and see if this works? I'm looking at Killa being the next Jack Tretton, the best CEO, gaming CEO of all time. Better than the great late I can't think of his name right now. Dang it, I'm sorry. The great Nintendo CEO that passed away, that made console gaming casual. That's what I'm thinking Phil is going to take. He's taking it to another frontier, and I know it's not popular to a lot of people because it's unfamiliar territory. But give it a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give it a chance. But the PlayStation community, the fanboys, not the true PlayStation fans that they don't care. They just prefer PlayStation. They're losing their damn minds and bringing up stuff and will argue to the death. I'm like, damn, man, I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I got to kick it. You know what I'm saying? This is Friday night. Can y'all really talk about this all night long and really not put a controller in your hand or put a woman's ass in your hand or Kojima's game and you might want to put a man's ass in your hands? Whatever. But, I mean, do something. I mean, can you not enjoy life outside of this? It's ridiculous. I'm not getting it. And please, another point. Stop trying to make the excuse of saying that as great as God of War in Detroit and Zero Horizon Dawn, all them little games that they showed there was not on the regular PS4. There is no way in hell. It's no way. PlayStation 4 is struggling to push No Man's Sky. It was having a problem at 14 frames per second. And then you seen that long gone with all those zombies. You think that's a PlayStation 4 game? Even though it was still kind of, laggy in some places. Are you kidding me? No. And you know what? What's funny? The reason maybe why they didn't show Gran Turismo Sport or maybe didn't show Persona 5 or some other games is because people might have actually known the difference after they seen the actual look of how those games played on an actual PS4. There was a reason why Yoshida wasn't there, people. There was an absolute reason. He might have been at the conference, but I guarantee you that there was something that kept him from not going on the stage. Those games were not on the PlayStation 4, and those games is still in development. Are you kidding me? If this was vice versa and Xbox said, no, this is actually on the Xbox One and these games are in development, they're not coming out this year, I've been saying bullshit. I've been crying foul on that as well. This is just logic, people. I mean, everybody knows that this is PlayStation is just through their Watch Dogs moment. And you know what? The PlayStation community is eating it up. Well, Yoshida said it, Tweet said it. Really? Okay. You know what? You can have it because you know that the time is almost up for all the talk to be done. The chink in the armor with the whole resolution talk and all of that mess is about to be thrown out the window. And we're actually going to see if you so-called true gamers will actually bring up the true topics instead of, or you're going to try to find something else to read in an article or listen to a PC elitist and try to throw it up in the Xbox Nation. Listen, it's not going to work. Killer Phil is going to destroy you guys. That's just a fact. Anyway, went a little longer than I wanted to on this video, but I just had to point a couple of things out. Hey, man, big shout out to my boy, Mr. 100. He hit over 1,000 subs. Congratulations, boss. It's all good, man. Hey, definitely, man, check out the podcast tonight. The next podcast with my boy Fooski, Xbox 448, Oh Snap Suckers, Newark, and the Don with his chinchilla. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest. We got Mooch. So that should be classic. Also, man, big shout out to King Dre and to Nelson and Greedy. You know what I'm saying? The sports podcast will be back after the finals. It's been E3, so we've been away for a little while. And last but not least, most definitely giving it up to Gamers United. We finally had a show a couple of days ago. It's been for the last couple of weeks just because of, well, about a month, you know what I'm saying, because of my boy B Shadows and his health, but everything looks good and back to normal. And shout out to Pop Off Gaming. Pop Off! We out. Have a good weekend, everybody.